It's open. Why don't you get in? What if Lisa's in there? Just tell her that you're an apprentice witch. You get a point. I didn't do anything wrong, except for intruding witch's house using furniture and ingredients there, being an apprentice witch without a master witch, and making up a master witch. Well, I suppose I will be fine. Let's check it out. Are you serious? Emergency food, common medicines, tools, and a makeshift bed. Those small that as everything one needs. The only problem is that Lisa's not here. These are enough supplies for us to stay here for a few days. In a forest? What for? Well, I didn't see anything worth noting. Hey, wait. A diary. Do you think I can have a glimpse? That's nothing compared to what you did before. Good thing it doesn't have a log or something. Spliced Plant Observation Journal, Cloud Valley. Lisa Whitegarden. It's written by Lisa Whitegarden, so Lisa did make camp here. Virgil, now you won't deny it anymore, will you? Alright, this was Lisa's camp. Go on reading. Alright, she seems to write every day. Although a method of splicing plants has been discovered, there are many inconveniences. First, the traits to be inherited can't be predicted. Second, the splicing results in seeds. To check the outcome, one must grow them into plants. Therefore, I decided to camp in a place suitable for various plants to observe plant growth. Day 1, the seeds were planted. The soil was mixed accordingly to the family's special recipe. I believe it would germinate soon. Seeds have rotten. For spliced plants, I should be extra careful about the soil type ratio. This time it's 5:3:2. This part is about seed rotting and soil type ratios. Skip. Day 5. It finally sprouted. The ratio of soil type is 3:2:5:3. The rest about plant observations. Nothing special. This is it. Day 10. The plants were finally mature enough for traits to manifest, but it was a failure. White prickly vine just grows pricks. I need a plant that can grow on buildings and won't die or change no matter what. Lisa did produce the prickly vines in the village. It seems so. But why? Doesn't the diary say anything else? Well, no, only observations and failed experiments. Another failure. Next time I'm going to try plants from other locations. This is the last page. Apparently Lisa didn't create the village prickly vines here, because the village prickly vines were spliced with little honey pumpkin. Lisa was once here but then went to somewhere else? Probably. If there's another camp like this, somewhere else, she may be there. The camp is well equipped and good for long staying. It also goes some way to explaining why Lisa hasn't appeared in a witch's house in a long time. It was 5 years ago when prickly vines appeared in the village and Lisa disappeared. 5 years is a long time. She couldn't have stayed at the camp all the time. Let's go back. Well, okay then. We also need to restore the village. I will talk to White Cat God again. And we need to tell Enid about removing the prickly vines. It looks roomy. I will walk around and see if there's another entrance besides the one we entered from. Dann gehen wir jetzt erstmal da runter. Ah. Schaut nicht so, als ob da noch irgendwas wäre. Okay. Da oben ist die Brücke versperrt. Doof. Okay. Sehr nett, wieso? Okay, da können ein paar Bewohner kommen. So. Ina, the prickly vine core in the Cloud Valley have been eradicated. I see the prickly vines on the other side of the bridge are gone too. Good work. Who are the residents over there? When are they coming back? Ellie's so proactive. Why don't we go take a look together and I will tell you about the residents on the way. Seeing it again still feels amazing. Those overhanging thorn vines disappeared in an instant. Impressive. Actually take joy in it. Enid, please tell me about the people living here. Sure, let's start with the house up there. In the topmost house lives a painter named Winch. A kind young man who's very good at painting, but he rarely ventures far from his home. In the house by the river lives a stylish old man named Elvin. He's skilled and knowledgeable, running a sunrise store selling furniture and novelty items. This place used to be a library with a resourceful old man named Brad serving as a librarian. He loves to chat and loves to collect, owning many valuable books. What about these houses below? These houses are empty. The residents have settled elsewhere. We don't need to worry about them for now. I'm curious about everyone, but we can't ask them to return all at once, right? I can write letters to everyone, but we should prepare the houses first. Too bad Kyla isn't a superhero with multiple arms. Indeed. Unfortunately, it looks like I will have to contact them one by one. So who should we contact first? Who do you want to meet the most? I want to thank you for restoring the village, so I decided to let you choose the person you want to meet the most. You can ask around the village before making a decision. I'd like to hear what others have to say. When you make the decision, let me know who I should write first to. Habe ich beide schon gezeichnet? Offensichtlich. So. Fashionable old man reside in a country place like ours. I'm not sure about the details, but I heard he used to work on theater-related jobs in a big city when he was young. He currently runs a small sunrise shop in the village. Not very nice on occasion, but generally polite and contagious. I miss the time when we used to have a library. Granted, most of the books were abstruse, but there was no shortage of interesting ones. I hope we can rebuild it soon. Brett and I for a good box. He's a kind and polite young man, and takes painting very seriously. People who are fully committed to doing what they love are awesome, but he doesn't seem to be eating meals regularly. He needs to take better care of his health. Oh, thank you. Not sure. On hearing what you had cleaned up the prickly vines called across the bridge, I immediately contacted Brad. I was in a hurry when I left the village and I forgot to return the books. If Brad could come back to the village, I would have the chance to return the book. That's great. He can return now. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But Brad said he had a place in mind for a while now and the spot just opened up. So, he's not returned to Wisteria? Right, so he talked it over with a good friend. It turns out that friend's grandson is very interested in the village. The friend mentioned that his grandson is bright and capable, and he will even bring the books from the old library along. He hopes that you will accept him to replace Brad as the village librarian. I see. Is it up to me to decide on this matter? I already talked to Enid about this. After all, you're the hero who's restored the village. Although it's a bit disappointing not to see Brad, I'm also curious about his grandson, so I agree. That's great. I'll write a letter to him to let him know right away. Then we can discuss with Enid a suitable time. Comes to buy flowers. It appears that he used them in making paint. Although he doesn't talk much, I think he's polite and kind. Also, I can feel that he's really putting in effort in painting. I think it's very cool that he's committed to something he loves. Green painter used to take me to painting. Winch got different color paint and painting with him was super fun, but he's constantly getting lectured by Granny for his lack of sleep. I know that old man, he's better than me at making small and delicate things. He made a lot of amazing machines, like boxes that can play music and stuff like that. And he always wears gloves no matter what he's doing. Quite eccentric. Because I hardly ever go to the library, he seems like a nice guy though. I mean, a sickly painter? That guy hardly ever leaves the house and I've never spoken to him, so I don't really know him. On the surface, he seems to be a clean-cut old man, but I can feel a sense of bitterness in him. Don't think he had a peaceful life. That old man might be annoying, but his translation skills are really impressive. I gave him a strange book rolling in a corner of my house, and he translated it after just one read-through. Thanks to him, I got some great recipes. I haven't talked to him much and don't know much about him. Ich wollte den Painter machen, aber wer es war. Okay, war falsch, aber ist egal. Dann fragen wir die Keiler. How did you know? I saw the area across the bridge, cleaned up, and you were asking the villagers about the people who used to live there. Obviously, it's time for me, the carpenter slash blacksmith, to step in. Exactly. I have a job for you. I'm always ready. I'll get the tools ready. I'll leave the materials to you, Miss Witch. Great. I'll go find the blueprints first. I'm impressed, Miss Witch. You're so decisive. Blueprints, huh? I should ask Aurea. Need more house blueprints? No problem. I have all the blueprints you need. Since you put it that way, can I buy multiples at once? Of course. You need the blueprints for the houses across the bridge, right? I put them in the store right away. How did you know? You're amazing. Like the fortune teller. Don't you know? Mind reading is an excellent skill for merchants. For merchants, information is the key to success. Alright, they're now available. You can buy them anytime. It's disturbing how merchants are well informed sometimes. Es ist interessanterweise gar nicht so teuer. Okay, dann brauche ich die Fancy Materials von drüben. Das passt. Dann werde ich da drüber gehen und sammeln. So. Ist doch richtig, oder? Roundstone, Clay und Branch. Okay. Das ist doch eine andere Farbe da. Das ist normalerweise pink. Gleich ist da. Das wäre ein fancy Baum. Okay. Unten gibt es einen Stein. Ah, da gibt es noch einen Stein. Der wirst du übersehen. Ich muss ja auch noch Clay sammeln, aber ich weiß gar nicht, wo ich Clay finde. Muss ich das wegmachen und dann graben? Nein? Muss ich nicht.